Uh-oh, I'm in the house, y'all. Black Power. Black Power, I'm in the house. Uh-oh, it's the General Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Got this extraordinary information for the night. That's right. That's right. I had to step up and step up this history. You know what I'm saying? This exquisite historical foundation of the global African supremacist. I'm in the house, family. Wake up. Wake up, Negro. Wake up. Let me get my monitor up here. Let me get my monitor up here. Here we go. Here we go. Gonna be a doc. Hey, we want to give our grand congratulations to Pharaoh and his queen. You understand what I'm saying? Got a little beautiful, I think, baby girl. Boy, I need to. Beautiful baby girl. I'm for sure it is. I'm for sure it is. How we doing in the house? What's poppin'? And here about to get this work. About to get this work. Been behind the scenes, digging deep. Got some extraordinary information today. We're gonna be dealing with the pyramids of West Africa. You understand what I'm saying? To show you this cultural connection, this continental connection. Because a lot of people's always, we got a lot of simple-minded individuals out there. You understand what I'm saying? And some niggas don't need no computer. They don't. Hold on, family. Hold on. Some niggas don't need no computer or no damn telephone. You need to stay up off of social media. Straight up. Hold on. Stay your monkey ass of off of social media. Fucking up the mind of our people. You know what I'm saying? You give a nigga some technology, he don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Lead this shit to professionals. You understand what I'm saying? Lead this shit to professionals. You know what I'm saying? I think, when the general stepped on YouTube and showed, that a scholar could come from the hood, you understand? Some motherfuckers just took that too goddamn far. I was doing research. You just can't come out the goddamn hood running off at your goddamn mouth and you ain't got the motherfucking background for this shit. So we got a lot of Negroes out here shouldn't have never, ever, ever. I don't know who gave them a goddamn computer for Christmas. But goddamn, man, you should have gave that nigga some Jordans or some shit. Leave the goddamn smartphones alone, man. You know what I'm saying? When a nigga could just and hit the goddamn button and go live, that was the worst shit they ever done. You know what I'm saying? Now these niggas just hit the button and motherfucker get to talking about a bunch of goddamn nonsense. Nah, the exquisite information we're dealing with tonight. You understand what I'm saying? The show, because a lot of people always talking about, we from West Africa and East Africa and West Africa is two cultural, different realities. And I'm gonna show you, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You see what I'm saying? There's some cultural, social, racial continuity all across Africa to show you that, it's more similarities than there is differences. You see what I'm saying? Less differences than it is similarities, okay? And show you that this is one African culture. You understand what I'm saying? East to west, north to south. You see what I'm saying? And deal with the Inca. You know what I'm saying? Because what's key here, when you look at, especially the Southern cultures, you know what I'm saying, from even the Americas, and I'm going to bring up something very critical tonight. And it was critical to me that a lot of people don't bring up as far as the Olmecs, is that the Olmecs wasn't just in Mexico. You understand what I'm saying? The Olmecs ran damn near the whole of North and South America, the whole fucking continent. You understand? The two continents. Because when you look at the basis on which, when you're talking about Inca, and we dealing with the Inca, we done dealt with the Aztec and the Mayans, really insignificant because they ain't nothing but little Olmec mini-me's. That's all they is, trying to steal the culture. The majority of the so-called pyramids that you see in Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, all of that, that's Olmeca. Okay, they didn't have a goddamn thing to do with it. And then when we come around on the west coast of South America, you understand, on the other side, where you got Argentina, you got Peru, you got Chile, you got Argentina is on the east coast. But when you come around on the west coast, you got what they call the Inca civilization. And we gonna show you, hey, this shit is ridiculous. And people thinking, they keep talking about some aboriginal niggas and this, that. We shooting that shit up again and gonna continue to shoot it up. You understand what I'm saying? Because the evidence is too heavy. The evidence is too heavy that, not only the Egyptians, we're going to deal with the Oxumites. You understand what I'm saying? Which was the ladder of the Nile Valley civilizations. And we're going to see some key that, is just, overwhelming evidence to prove not only, was the Egyptians and the Nubians and the Oxumites, you understand what I'm saying, had influence in, what we term the Olmec culture right here in America, and not just in Mexico. See, that's we're going to stop that today. I got heavy goddamn proof that the Olmecs ran, not just what they want to, when they show a map of the Olmec, they always want to show you the little portion on the coastline of Mexico, right there in the Gulf. That's bullshit. God damn it, not only did they run the whole of Mexico, they ran the whole of fucking South America. The facts is coming in. The facts is coming in. See, when you allow another man to tell your motherfucking story, you ain't gonna never get it like it. So you ain't gonna even know it's you. God damn it, you gonna let a motherfucker, he gonna try to line this shit up that, these is, the Indian motherfuckers had something to do, and these motherfuckers living in teepees, okay? Living in teepees. And here it is, we got megalithic structures, you understand what I'm saying? And the cutting of the stone, the symbolisms that's cut, it's over with. You understand what I'm saying? It's over with. Ain't no need for us to, continue to play these games with these Negroes out here. It's time to cut all these niggas off. Some of you is white man niggas. All y'all want to do is come out here and rehash the white man science and all of that. And he ain't got no goddamn science. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves at this time to still be vocally, parroting the fake unscientific philosophies of European people that's embedded in nothing but racism, global racism. You understand what another means to keep his hand and his feet on in control and keep his feet on the motherfucking neck of all peoples outside of the European and even his own goddamn people feeling the wrath of the European white supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? And we got Negroes out here. They ain't nothing but Uncle Ruckus Negro. All they do is come out and rehash the same sick information that this man putting out. And we busting holes all through that shit. Okay, anybody out there, if you're still an evolutionist and you want to believe You come from a monkey, nigga, go right on ahead. Go right on ahead, nigga. We done with the monkey business. We done with the monkey business. So any of you niggas want to try to put some sugar on shit and serve it to the people, God damn it, you could go right on ahead, but we gonna be monkey busting you niggas all the time. You understand what I'm saying? We are divine. We're divine in creation. You understand what I'm saying? We believe it. We know it to be facts. Okay, we're not just here by chance. We are divine creations and nothing like African people nowhere in the goddamn universe. That's not by chance. You know what I'm saying? We're a divine creation. Some of you niggas is monkeys. You understand what I'm saying? Monkey business. You know, but we busting the monkey business today. You see what I'm saying? And you know, it's a lot of Negroes out here want to be Indians and shit. We busting that up today. Wherever, nigga, I'm not going to let none of that shit rest. I'm cracking it. You understand? The general is back on the battlefield, undefeated anywhere. You want to undefeated. All the motherfuckers, where they at? Where they at? What they doing? God damn it, I'm the only man that can come up. You understand what I'm saying? And still rock the house, nigga, live, nigga, on the internet. However you want me to give it up, nigga, I give it to you just like that. On the spot, crashing whole institutions, organizations at any given time, whenever the fuck I want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Give me a call if you got any Caucasoid, slant-eyed Arab, Negro. You understand? Want his chest caved in? Come get Sarasu and Seti, baby. I'm giving it up. However you want it. Okay? Now, and the reason why I had to come with the pyramids of West Africa to show you the cultural continuity. You understand what I'm saying? There's no separation of African people on the continent. There's no separation. There's no separation. You understand what I'm saying? So when people say we not Egyptians, what kind of fool is you? What kind of fool is you? And you niggas sitting up here, what are you, nigga? And that's the way you see, that's why you confused, because you don't know who you are. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know who you are, nigga. So the question becomes, who are you? And I asked y'all that long time ago. You know, when we dealing with the Seti self-help program. Who am I? Many of you don't even know. Confused. And that's any motherfucker that listen to your silly ass becoming even more confused. You see what I'm saying? You become confused listening to these niggas. We need to cut these niggas off. They don't need no goddamn computer. We need to be putting warrants out on these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? A silly nigga with a computer. Put a warrant out on his ass. Niggas need to go in and take the goddamn computer, clean up out the nigga house. Smartphone. Warrant out on that nigga. He's confused. Get that goddamn smartphone out his hand. Because all he's doing is causing confusion in the black community with that shit. You understand what I'm saying? When General Cyrus said it come up, nigga, I put up the motherfucking evidence, whether you like it or not. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever just like Kylie said, whatever the motherfucking beast with, I'm against that. I'm automatically against it. You understand what I'm saying? If he with it, I'm against it. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? You niggas don't even follow the formula of a revolutionary and a rebel. You understand what I mean? If he say he with it, I'm against it. If he say he going up, bitch, I'm going down. If he going down, I'm going up. If he go right, I'm going left. I got to be the opposite of the goddamn beast. Ain't no way I'm gonna be up there, you know what I'm saying? Step with the goddamn beast. And that's all you niggas is. You understand? Many me Negro pins. That's all y'all is. Follow right behind it. Ain't even got enough consciousness of your own. And you've been here for thousands of hundreds of thousands, millions of years before the beast even stood upright. We had to put a board on his goddamn back, teach him to walk upright. And here you is taking some information from the last man to even come into goddamn civilization. Some confusion. That's confusing. That's confusing to me. Confusion. You understand what I'm saying? To me, that we would do this. And so we have to continue to let our people know that West Africa is East Africa. East Africa is West Africa. You understand? North Africa is South Africa, and South Africa is North Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Though there are differences in our people, the core similarities of African culture connect us all over the world. And we can see this, and when I put it up, you're going to say, God damn, that nigga Seti hit it on the bullseye. You see what I'm saying? So, let me go and jump right on off into it. We ain't going to hold it up. I know y'all, I got to come out and crash niggas, because niggas out there bumping their gums. You understand? But I don't sweat it. I don't. I keep it strictly information. You know what I'm saying? I could crush niggas, but I ain't got time right now, because once I start going in on niggas, they went in on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try not to even, go there right now. They ain't even worth my goddamn time. Let me go and get this up here. Let me go and get this information up here. We're going in today, family. You already know how I do. I got the hardcore facts. And I need to bring this on down. This heavy right here. Let me bring this down here. This heavy. I don't play no games. When you come up out here, go do some more goddamn research. I don't play no goddamn game. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, while I'm at this, I teach right on the spot. I teach right on the goddamn spot. Let me go and get this together right quick. I put it up in your face. I put it up in your face so you see exactly what it is. Man, it's so, you know what? Doing this research over the years, man, it's just so, when our elders, our master teachers woke us up to this. A lot of people didn't know, if you don't do some research yourself, you still be questioning. Is this true? Now that every day, even more that I do the research, it becomes so damn evident. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it take you 50 goddamn years. Just like when you say most of our master teachers, most of them been studying over 50 goddamn years. Sometimes it take a motherfucker 50 years to be rewarded and of understanding the global aspects of, how great our people is. Sometimes you just can't see it, in 2-3 books, 4-5 books. Man, it takes time to get this information. So what we're doing right now is we looking at, and this, these is not all of the trade routes. Okay? For all my peoples out there, confused about the realities of the continent. You understand what I'm saying? And that the East was always connected to the West. The North was always connected to the South. And that's where Egypt was. Egypt was that great jump off. You understand what I'm saying? Well, all of Africa in Egypt, went into Egypt and, was a part of adding to the greatness of Egypt. From even the little twat that we see down in the Congo, in the Great Lakes region today, which have been erroneously and disrespectfully called the pygmy. Okay? Even the little Twa people had heavy influence and was the first to come into the land. And the land was even named, when you talk about Egypt, named after Ptah, the little Twa Egypt, because the Greeks already knew who was the foremost and the founders of we call Egypt, knowing that the Twa, and even when they came in, the Ptolemies, they venerated best, almost more highly than most other deities. You understand what I'm saying? They venerated best. You understand what I'm saying? Because they knew of the early, greatness that they added to the founding of Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? Even the first god of Egypt, Ptah, was a Twa. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to, when we say this and understand that the Twa today reside in the Congo, that right there is evidence that the South had come down and founded what we almost all civilizations in the north, that the family came up out of Central East Africa. All Africans descend up out of Central East Africa, okay? And went down, and they went south before they came north. So, from the Great Lakes region on down to South Africa was the first home of African people. And then we migrated down into Northwest Africa and Northeast Africa, which is Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia. And then, we even went into, Northwest Africa, which today, Morocco, Mauritania, Ghana. You understand what I'm saying? Nigeria, Mali. You understand? All these areas. And we've been over in West Africa at least 100,000 years. People think we just got over there. No, the civilizations that you see there today are the modern civilizations. Even Songhai, Ghana, and Mali. Those are, the latter expressions of many cultures that have been there even before Mali, Ghana, and Songhai. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand many eras that have came and went and out. That's how old Africa is. That's how old our global empires are. You understand what I'm saying? That, you looking at some of them, and even though they may seem ancient to you, you understand what I'm saying? You got to understand that there's eras up under eras, up under eras, up under eras. In which you looking at Egypt being the last of the Nile Valley civilization. You go up the river, down there by Lake Victoria, you talking about 1,000,000 years. You understand what I'm saying? People don't even understand that even though dynastic Egypt probably started around 4,000-5,000 BC, you got to understand there were cultures in that land even before dynastic Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? You just talking about dynastic Egypt. You're not talking about the cultures in village, city states that were there before it became one nation. You see what I'm saying? So we're looking at, some of the trade routes. And you can see they got routes all the way to Cairo. Ben had them. Okay, this was during the time of Mansa Musa, but these routes been there even thousands of years before Mansa Musa. They didn't just carve that route. You understand what I'm saying? That route, and you can see, one going to Egypt, and you see one going up to where you see Carthage. You understand? All the way to Morocco. You understand what I'm saying? Even going across into Spain, the Iberian Peninsula, where the Moors went across and conquered Spain and brought them Europeans up out of their savagery. You understand what I'm saying? Before that, they was in the Dark Age. And we talking about science, and we talking about how we taking science from a man who just got down 400 years ago, thought you would sell across over the goddamn side of the planet. If you go towards, if you go west, if you sail west, your ass will sell off the side of the damn planet. And today, people are taking unscientific theories from these people and wonder why they're in the predicament they're in. You understand? Because you following a man that don't even know where the fuck he going. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to have self-awareness first and foremost, so you can have something to stand on. Most of these niggas ain't got nothing to stand on. Nothing at all. They ain't got no goddamn foundation. And that's why they can't question the man where they need, in the right way to, sink a lot of that shit, that he's spewing out of his mouth in them goddamn, because his science is just as warped as his goddamn history. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with niggas. When you look at the tree of eugenics, when we went over the eugenics tree, you also see that science is, so they'll do and lie and say whatever they got to say to bring about white supremacy. And that's what's wrong with these Negroes. They trying to, think science is, is a thing that is not blemished with politics and racism and this, that, and the third. See, that's the Negro, because he don't want to deal with banging on the beast. He want to be patted on the goddamn head. So he feel if he accept everything that the man teach, that somehow when he go on his university, cabbage, this, that, and the third, that he'll be accepted. I ain't trying to be goddamn accepted. You see, this one is an even more detailed, showing the routes from, East Africa to West Africa. You understand what I'm saying? And this is during the time of Mansa Musa. And you can see it's very intricate. You see what I'm saying? And, many of these trade routes, you know what I'm saying? You will have, what we would call great mosque cities, and what is very significant about, the African mosque, and especially what they call the Sudanese mosque architecture. They construct their mosque in the form of pyramids. And that right there shows you there's that continental continuity. You see what I'm saying? That you don't see nowhere else. You don't see no damn pyramid or no mosque in Arabia or nowhere else. In Asia or Europe or nowhere else in the form of the pyramid. And what's even more profound is that most spiritual or religious sanctuaries, regardless of whatever religion it is in the form of a pyramid. So that's showing you the underlying influence of the Nile Valley on all religion. You see what I'm saying? We're not talking about the Greeks or the Romans, this, that, and the third, because you could tell the influence of the Greeks and Romans, because even the white Arab was more influenced by the Romans, because majority of their mosques got the dome on top. And that's very key, because the Arab is a tent dweller. You understand what I'm saying? When the fuck did he get, structures of architecture? You understand what I'm saying? When did that happen? You understand? His contact with the Romans, and, on one level, gave him the benefit of, constructing his mosque now with the dome on top. That's Roman. But when you come into Africa, it's very key when you look at the African mosque that they are constructed in the form of pyramids, okay? And not just the West African mosque, not just the West, even when you go into, the East Asia, as far as East Asia, even in Myanmar, Burma, you understand, all in Cambodia, you understand, and we're going to show you that African people came to the Americas, not just from the west coast of Africa. They sailed from the east coast of Africa across what today is called the Indian Ocean, past goddamn Australia. You understand what I'm saying? Selling east. They touch America, selling east and selling west. Okay? They came from both sides. And this is where you get the Inca civilization, even over Japan. You understand what I'm saying? All of that at one time was up under the African empire. Okay? This is a world that was without the Caucasoid and the Asians that you see today. You see what I'm saying? These people just crawled on the planet just a few days ago. They have no historical reference past 3000 BC. That's basically it. They have no historical reference, and that might be giving them too much. And so people think, and so what they do is they cut off the earlier civilizations and start with the modern civil, and people think that's ancient. That's not ancient. Just like when I showed y'all, Egypt versus India. The Indians don't eat over there. If you, and the crazy shit about it, they don't even have temples that's earlier than AD. They don't even have BC temples over there in India. You understand what I'm saying? That's shocking to a lot of people. But when you deal with the facts, that's the reality. But they try to make India appear to be an ancient civilization. Or you couldn't prove, where's your literature? When you go to Egypt, you got ancient literature, from goddamn 3000, 4000 BC. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking about literature, whole scroll, You understand? They could be feet, yards and yards long, writing all this. They don't have that. So what they're doing is they embellishing lies and stretching it further than what, the reality will teach you. You understand? The reality is teaching us that the European, the Asian is basically 2,000 years old. I ain't even giving them 3,000. You understand what I'm saying? The European come on the scene with Alexander the Great around 300 some BC. That's it. That's when they were savages then. They were savages then. What little architecture they got, they was mimicking the Africans. That's it. And that was, it wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even compare with the best that Africa. You couldn't even compare with the mediocre shit that was coming out of Africa. You understand what I'm saying? So it's key when we look at these pyramids in West Africa that this is the template for all sanctuaries on the planet, regardless of religion. Whether it's West African, whether it's Hinduism, whether it's Buddhism, or if it's African, Asian spirituality, the pyramid is the template for all sanctuaries on the planet. So when we look at this map right here, you can see Tunis at the top, Tripoli, that's Carthage. You understand what I'm saying? That's Carthage. And you see that the Carthaginians, and I got that in there. I got the map in there showing that the Carthaginians or the Phoenicians, which ain't we're gonna stay with the Carthaginians, sailed all the way around Africa. You see what I'm saying? We talking about at an ancient date. So North and East Africa and the Carthaginians did a lot of shipping for the Egyptians. That was who they contracted out, even though the Egyptians had they navy and they had their maritime ships also. You understand what I'm saying? They contracted, which is their brothers, the Carthaginians, to do a lot of the Mediterranean shipping and trading for them. And so the Carthaginians sailed to the west coast of Africa, to southern Africa, all the way around Africa. Okay, this is documented. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know why people feel that Africa, Egypt, and West Africa was not connected. That's bullshit. They was connected, you understand, from the most ancient of days. And this is one culture, one continental culture. And then you understand, and that what you see in even though in West Africa, they got a different expression. Shit, if you in New York and you in LA, you in New Orleans, you could be right here on this continent. You got different expressions of what we term Africans in America. We got different expressions, yet we one people. You understand what I'm saying? There are more similarities about us than there are differences. Okay, so so even here we're talking about the Oxumite, and you're seeing how they, the Oxumites were trading with all up into Persia or Arabia. They were trading with the Indian, the Gupta Empire, even around there to China and Japan. But see, the thing is, they went even further than that. Okay, they was even laying down trade and colonies in what we term Australia, New Zealand, even what you call Easter Island. You understand, which was a launching pad for when they went to South America on the East Coast, where Chile and Peru is. See, we're not talking about that. That's the Olmecs, and the evidence is that the Olmecs were not just in Mexico. That's where they want you to believe. You understand? The Olmecs influence went into North America to the top. God damn it, they got documentation of the Olmecs in Canada. That's bullshit. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. They got evidence of the Olmecs in goddamn Canada, and they got evidence of the Olmecs on the east coast of South America, and they are the ones that initiated the megalithic building that y'all see, which they term Inca. All that shit, Mayan, Aztec, Inca, and the goddamn Incan was the last of the so-called three Indian nations, the The Mayan being first, I think the Aztec being second, and the Inca being last. They had nothing to do with that megalithic building, nothing at all. And we're going to show the evidence that much of the architectural style was Ethiopian and Egyptian. And it ain't no goddamn, it ain't no misunderstanding those facts when you look at it for what it is. Okay, again, showing our people that, even you can see from Kano down in West Africa, going all the way to the Horn. You understand what I'm saying? The Horn, Somalia. Okay, so West Africa was connected to all East Coast, Egypt, Sudan, Somalia, even going down in the Congo and Angola. So the confusion should be over with. Our people, even they was even using this during the so-called slave trade. And so most people don't even understand that the goddamn Arabs was bringing Africans from the East Coast. They was bringing Africans from South Africa. They was bringing, Africans from North Africa. Just because you left from West Africa do not mean that was where you was from. That means that's the jump off point. We can assume that a vast majority of the Africans was from the West Coast, but the evidence is facts that we came from the East Coast, we came from South Africa, and we came from North Africa. And the trade route is proof of it, because the Arabs was bringing, they was in the slave trade before the white man. So when the white man went to selling slaves, the Arab was making money by bringing slaves from the East Coast of Africa to the West Coast of Africa. That's why we say we Africans, even though a lot of people don't understand that, because we are a mixture of all of Africa, and that's what's unique about us. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to call ourselves African, and we can identify with any country we want to identify with, because we're a mixture of all the nations. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you was on the continent, you might be clear of where you from, because you still know your language. They didn't try to, separate them from their cultural origins. You understand what I'm saying? So if you was in the Congo, you still in the Congo. If you was from Ghana, you still in Ghana. If you was from Niger, you still in that. So you know exactly where you came from. But for us coming across that water, you understand what I'm saying? Wherever, we don't know where the fuck all our people came from every goddamn country in Africa. So we have to say we African, we African, even though we can identify with any nation we want to. You understand? We are a combination of all African people. Okay, let me come on over here. That's heavy right there. We about to get off into it. Okay? Now, we're talking about, showing the evidence of the pyramids. You see what I'm saying? In Africa. Now, this is at Bani, Burkina Faso. Okay, Bani. And in this one, you can see it at the top by the star. You see what I'm saying? That's blinking. So you see right here. See, these ain't the mosques of, what you call the Arab in Saudi Arabia, in Iran, and anywhere else. See, they didn't take from the European. They took from the Africans of the Nile Valley, and that's evident. Why is it so profound that in Africa, the mosques are in the form of the pyramid? Because that show you that their lineage come from Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia. That's evident. That's evident. They call this the Sudanese style. Okay? And another thing about, they call West Africa West Sudan. And then you get East Sudan. So it's evident that, the Arab saw Africa. And matter of fact, the whole of Africa was called Bilal al-Sudan. The whole continent was called Sudan at one time. And so we got to know this. And so Burkina Faso, the town of Bani, Sudanese style mosque and minarets. And it's called Sudan Sahelian architectural style. And so you see here, this is also in Bani. okay? And it's supposedly, you know, a town of about 7 to 9 mosques that are built, and you can see, and even when we break it down, how the oblong of the Egyptian temple, it not only the pyramid, the oblong style, rectangle style of the basilica, or the cathedral, or the mosque, or the goddamn Masonic lodge is all formatted on the oblong rectangle style of the Egyptian pyramid, Egyptian temple. Okay? And we can go over that, and we're going to continue to go over that. Okay, matter of fact, just to let me come out and show. Let me see. I know I got it in here. It's my temple right here. It's all on my temple right here. And so let me bring this up. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Bring it right on up so we can go straight into it. So you see right here, you see this is the Mosque of Saint Corre in Timbuktu, Mali, founded in 989 AD. You see the pyramid in the front, and you also see the oblong, the rectangle. You understand what I'm saying? The Masonic lodge. And you could go right over. This is in damn Southern India. Okay? This is a, you know, same exact with the pyramid up front. You can, I mean, it's the same exact. Now, this is a Hindu temple. You understand what I'm saying? This is a Hindu, and this right here is a Islamic mosque. You understand what I'm saying? Showing you that the same blueprint was all over the planet Earth, where African people populated and dominated from the most ancient times. Okay? Let me come back on over here. So as you see in this town of Bandi, okay, you see the second one. You see it got the Oxumite stela. You understand? If you look at the Oxumite stela, which is an obelisk, it's a circumcised phallus. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at they both phalluses. When you look at the Egyptian style obelisk, these are the phallus of Osiris. So when you look at this, it's a circumcised phallus, and you can see it right there in the mosque architecture, right there in West Africa, and this in Burkina Faso. Okay, so you know we understand the cultural continuity. You understand what I'm saying when they say that this is Sudanese style architecture? You understand what I'm saying? We understand the cultural continuity. And you see even the two, what you call, you know, pylons, or matter of fact, the obelisks, the two obelisks that would be in front of the Egyptian temple. And I can bring that up because I teach right on the spot. You know, some people have to have their shit. This is how I know, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I could go straight to it. You understand what I'm saying? I can go straight to it. Let me go down here and bring it up so we can, you know, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go right here. Here we go right here. I could just copy that. I'll copy that and I'll bring it on up so y'all can see it. You know what I'm saying? We teach right on the spot. So we know exactly, when I see shit, I know exactly what the fuck I see. I've been doing this shit so long. I don't, when I see something, I know exactly what it is. Okay? I know exactly what, so when I bring it over here, I'll go and paste it in. I'll go and paste it in. Okay? And then when you look at this Egyptian, you know, you can take either one you want. You can take this one, you can copy it, bring it on up, put it on in there. Put it on in there. Bingo. Okay? Take it on, I'll take that out. So when you see the two obelisks in front, that's all, you know, when you look at that mosque right there, the gate of the mosque, those are the two obelisks of the Egyptian temple. You understand what I'm saying? That's the two obelisks in front of the Egyptian temple. Okay, that's all that it is. Okay, so when we talking about West Africa, we talking about East Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no goddamn difference. You understand what I'm saying? This is one culture. And though there is some differences in architectural style, you understand the basis of African culture, the premise of African culture is the same from east to west, north to south. Okay, let me come back on up. We working out. We working out today. Do your research. Do your research. Let me come back on down here. Okay, now this particular mosque is at Agades. Okay, this is where you see right there in Niger. Okay, you see again the pyramid mosque. Now this one right here is in Burkina Faso, right there. So we showing you that this is the dominant architectural style all across West Africa. It should have been brought out a long time ago. You understand what I'm saying? To show people. You understand what I'm saying? When people try to separate East from West, we got to bring out the similarity. A lot of people say, Seti, why is you gonna be doing something on West Africa? Hell yeah, I'm doing it right now to let you know that this is one culture. Okay, and so you see right there, the Sahel region. So they call that architectural style Sudanese Sahel architecture. So you're going to see these type of mosques all through Mali, all through Niger. Now, when you get up there where them Arabs is at, now that shit might change, and that show you something. That show you something. That show you the difference between us and them. And even in African Islam, they still matriarchal in some of them places, like Niger and Mali and Chad. They still matriarchal from their African indigenous culture. You understand what I'm saying? They know what to leave the fuck alone and and they still practice their Islam, but they left some of the African bases alone. You understand? Because it's what keep Africa running like it's supposed to. When you start changing too much, it get to collapsing. You understand what I'm saying? The African, it be you because it's in your nature. You understand when you start doing shit that's too much unlike your nature, then you in trouble. Shit get to collapse and shit ain't gonna work right. So they know what to leave alone and what they can kind of manipulate a little bit. So you see right here, this is the mosque at Agades. Okay, Agades. Okay, in Niger. Now, we right here, this one is in this Jenna. Okay, this Jenna. Okay, you see right there. This is in Mali. Okay, this is in Mali, Jenna. And you see the pyramid mosque there. So we showing you. You see, we showing you. This is Niger. This is Burkina Faso. This is Niger. Okay, now we're in Mali. Okay, we're showing you the diamond. These are the pyramids of West Africa. Okay, and they kept it like, and so this is unlike any other mosque anywhere in the world. Okay, and wherever you see that pyramid, wherever you at on the planet, you know the African been there because that's their spiritual architectural style. Okay, when you go to the goddamn Greek and you go to Romans, you don't see no pyramids like that. They got their own particular style and that's still Egyptian. When you look at the Greek temple and the Roman temple, that's still built on the oblong, the rectangle, Egyptian pyramid. Show them columns at Saqqara. We can show those columns at Hatshepsut's funerary temple, El Badari. We can show that. And so here it is, right here. This is the mosque at Jenna, okay? And we see the pyramids. And this all through Jenna. And you can see here, this is, and when you see the minaret in there, that ain't nothing but the obelisk built inside of the mosque. That's all that is. That's an obelisk. Okay, that's all that is an obelisk built inside of the structure. Okay, and here you got a step pyramid. I don't know exactly where this is at right here. I have to look it back up. You understand what I'm saying? But you see the step pyramid. You don't see no goddamn mosque like that nowhere else. This is in Africa. You see a step pyramid mosque. And yes, you see the dome at the top. But, you know, for the most part, it's a step pyramid. And you don't see this type of style nowhere else. Now, this is at Timbuktu. This is also in Mali. So we was at Jannah. Okay, this is Jannah. And then here we is at Timbuktu. You see, in Mali. Okay, showing you the diamond. This is the Sankore Mosque. Okay, and what's critical about that, as I was studying and going over this, and you can clearly see that, and even when you get to the Americas, I didn't see many, in a lot of the pyramids, even in Belize, look very similar to the pyramids of West Africa, even though they're using different type of, you know, architectural style. And even when you see how those, you know, it look like it's wood coming up out them pyramids. If I'm gonna go back, wait a minute. Matter of fact, because it just popped up in my head. Let me bring that down. When I went to show that one pyramid over in the Americas, right here. Okay. Now this is what's the name of this? It's called I forget the name of it, but it's an old man. It's supposed to be the largest pyramid in the Americas. I got it on there. I'm gonna get it for you. But it's an Olmec pyramid. I don't know why I ain't got it rolled down. I don't know why I ain't got it rolled down. If you look right there, you can see it's some sticking, you know, they got jagged rocks sticking out. It reminds me of something very similar to how they got the pyramids in West Africa. I'm gonna bring that up so you can see. Because that ain't, you know, it's a different architectural reality. Wait till I put it together, family. We're working out. So when you see this one, I'm gonna put it in there. And you see again, you see here in Americas, and then you come over here, but the one in America guy, you know, it look like it's a little, you know, better put together. You know what I'm saying? But you come over here and they got the rocks sticking out, and this is an architectural style. You know what I'm saying? That you only see in certain areas of the world. Okay, so again, this is the Timbuktu pyramid. This is, and you see it's even in the fort structure where they use, I guess that's a lookout. That must be a lookout. You know what I'm saying? Where probably somebody on the inside that's looking out, you understand, east, west, you know what I'm saying, as a means of making sure ain't nobody riding down on the family. Okay? Now, check this out. This is the tomb of a skier Muhammad. Okay? In Gaia. Okay? Gaia. This West Africa. Okay? Now, we was in Jannah. We went to Timbuktu. Now we're in Gaia. Okay? And this is the tomb of a skier Muhammad. And he was, if I'm not mistaken, the founder of the Songhai Empire. Okay? And you can see it's very similar to the pyramid in Sankore. Okay, very similar. It looked like, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, it probably, when it was first put together, it probably looked just, you know, more crispy. You know, understand what I'm saying? But over the years, you know, it kind of dulled up a little bit. But you could go in the inside of that pyramid. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't just, you know, just something that then collapsed. It's still, you could go inside. You see what I'm saying? Got a lot of different statues inside in veneration. Now I don't know if those statues been in there since the burial of a skier, but that's very interesting to be able to go inside this tomb and see that it's still, you still able to do research, go in there and show veneration. You understand what I'm saying? In the ski of Muhammad, it's been 400-500 years since his death. You know what I'm saying? So this is historical. You understand? Now, when this is also in Burkina Faso. Okay, this is called the Grand Mosque. And you can see right there, still continuing with the Sudanese Sahelian architecture. Okay, pyramid style. And you see the obelisk also constructed with inside of the temple, the mosque. This is an African temple. This is an African sanctuary. Okay, regardless to whether somebody want to acknowledge it for what it is. So when we say, okay, well, East is East and West, no, that's not true. There is more similarities in West Africa and East Africa than a lot of people are willing to give credit to, because we've been always, East Africa always tried, they tried to pawn East Africa off on the Arab, tried to pawn it off on the white man, acting as if African people didn't have nothing to do with it. So they don't try to find those similarities. They don't want to find those similarities. You see what I'm saying? But it's quite evident that East Africa had heavy influence on West Africa. That's just evident. The Dogon, even when they was asked how did they obtain the knowledge of Sirius B, and they said that the science came from Egypt. See, we don't even talk about that. You understand? They didn't lie. They told the truth. They say we come from Egypt. That's where the Dogon say they come from. We come from Egypt. A lot of people got to look at the migrations that went on when the conquerors started coming and conquering Egypt. A lot of migrations went out from Egypt that came west. That even, that came west and brought a lot of that knowledge with them. And even though they didn't continue to build, they developed other type of architectural style and cultural styles over thousands and thousands of years of being separated from East Africa. Yet it still is evident that the foundation of what they built on is still East African. West Africa is East Africa. East Africa is West Africa. So you're looking at Burkina Faso. We seeing that Mali, Niger, Benin, Togo, Ghana. You understand? Even got pyramid mosque in Ghana. Even got pyramid, and this right here is in Ghana. Lara Banga. Okay, this is in Ghana. You understand what I'm saying? So we showing you right here the pyramid mosque. See what I'm saying? This is very significant. And people need to go look this up and do more research on this and show clear evidence of a cultural continuity from East to West Coast Africa. Okay? This is showing you, and when you follow that pyramid, you following the African all over the planet. Period. That's what you find it. When you go to India, that's before the goddamn Hindu. He don't know nothing about that. He got that from the African that was already over there and put it down for the first time. Okay, so you see Lara Banga Mosque showing you that it's all across West Africa. Now, let me get these maps up here. Because what I'm doing is I'm going all across the world. You understand what I'm saying? Giving you clear evidence. You have to do research outside of the general to back it up. Say, is this nigga lying? If I'm lying, goddammit, prove it. Prove that I'm lying. And then when you bring the evidence to me, goddammit, bring it to me. Now, what we're going to be looking at, because this is Peru. This is Peru. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up so our people can see exactly where I'm going with this. You see? Yeah, so this is where the Inca, and not just in Peru, not just in Peru, because you're going to see that they got megalithic structures from Peru on down to Chile to Bolivia. You understand? That whole east coast of South America. You see what I'm saying? So you see supposedly at the top, you see in red, that's supposedly the Aztec. Then you got the green, which is supposedly the Mayan. You see how easy for them to leave the Olmecs out. And I had to put them in there. You understand what I'm saying? So people know who started all that shit. They didn't have nothing to do with none of the megalithic buildings. Okay, they didn't have nothing to do with none of the megalithic buildings. The Olmec Ethiopians were the one that put them stones over there in Chile and Bolivia and Peru, and I got the evidence of that. Okay, we're gonna deal with that today. You see what I'm saying? And so what we're looking at here is the ocean currents. These are the ocean currents all across the planet. And you can see that even from Africa, where you see way to the left, and to the right, but I want to deal with all the way to the left on the East Coast, where you see Somali. You understand what I'm saying? And you see the monsoons, and the monsoons was pushing Africans all the way to Japan, to Australia, to in what is today called Indonesia. And what happened in the monsoon, because them are some strong down winds. You understand what I'm saying? They begin to get pushed past goddamn Indonesia. They was because you got to understand that they were, if you look at the island up under Australia, and it's hard to see it, you understand what I'm saying? Because that's Tasmania. You had the Twa in Tasmania, okay? New Zealand, okay? Easter Island. And so you can see that they learn all of these currents, and you got to understand this is under Europe. Europe don't even count. It don't even fucking count. It had nothing. The Africans had mapped out all of those currents before they even came in contact with goddamn Europe. You see what I'm saying? As you can see, all of these currents is up under goddamn Europe. Europe is up north. Okay, it had nothing to do with it. So you have to understand that our people, when you look at our people, we were a people of the water. You see what I'm saying? When you talking about the Arabs and the Europeans, them motherfuckers was landlocked. They was landlocked. The furthest the European went was probably in the Mediterranean. You understand what I'm saying? That probably as far as he went. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't have no understanding of what was beneath Egypt until the conquering of Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? Which was late, very late in the history of African people, by hundreds of thousands of years. So if the goddamn, when you talk about the Adamite Islands, and we talked about and the European said it out his own mouth that the Jawara tribe that's on the island of Adamite was there since 70,000 years BC. You got to understand that our people been coming across this water for periods that they can't even imagine if they still listening to the European. See, you can't deal with the European. You got to, that's the first thing you got to do. You got to cut his ass off, because until you take a look at it for yourself and just cut his, and it ain't even worth putting his fucking information in your brain, because eventually you're going to have to take that shit out. Straight up. Some shit, I heard some of our scholars say, go study the Europe. Fuck that. I don't want to study that shit. It's like certain shit that come on TV. I don't even watch that shit. I don't even want it in my damn head. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even want it in my goddamn head. Let me, where my damn phone at? I need my monitor. I got to make sure I'm staying on here. Hold on, fam. Okay. I'm on here. I'm on here. I'm on here. Okay, cool. We in the house. I had to make sure because when I be going in, I don't be watching shit. Only thing I be watching is this damn screen. So that's one thing we got to learn is these ocean currents. We got to learn this. And you can see all the way to the east coast of Africa. You can see once you understand, but you have to study Japan. You have to study Indonesia. You have to study them islands around because when them, my uncle went to the Pacific. You understand? Before, when they went to fighting the Vietnam War and World War II, for the first time, brothers went over there to them islands and they got a chance to see that the brothers and sisters on them islands. You understand? Not who they're today. You understand what I'm saying? Majority of them islands had Africans on them islands. You see what I'm saying? Woolly-headed Africans. Okay, I'm not talking about after the mixture and shit, this, that, and the third. This is what people fail to understand. Y'all got to quit acting like the Asian and this, that. Them motherfuckers is Johnny come lately. The Asian ain't nothing but the European of Asia. You understand what I'm saying? He's the Johnny come lately on the scene. And when you look even in India, they tried to destroy a lot of and I'm gonna deal with that. When you're talking about India as a nation, the majority of the ancient temples in India is in the south. And when them goddamn Indians and them goddamn Arabs and shit began to conquer India, they devastated southern India. I think one region called Hampi and this, that, they devastated southern India because it was quite evident that a lot of the Africans that you see in the Adamai Islands and all of that, they were in southern India too. Okay? I'm not talking about the straight, I'm talking about the woolly head African. So many of our people, we got to be turning over every fucking thing, getting evidence and showing our family that we were there, that we was dominating the area. And that's why you see pyramid temples in India today. Because it's obvious to see it's nothing. When you understand the power of the monsoons and how strong them goddamn winds it's going to bring you straight to India by default. That's just default. Okay, so you had Africans going like motherfuckers going up I-95, I-94, goddamn it, I-75. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that easy, okay? This is up close. And so you see you can see the East Australia current. Okay, you see that East Australian current. You understand what I'm saying? And once you learn, you see how you can just turn back around. It's not hard. Once you learn the goddamn current, you can come from Australia. You can take the Antarctic circumpolar current, and that's going to bring you right across. It's going to bring you straight across. All you have to do is jump into the Peru current, and it's going to bring you up the goddamn east coast of what you call South America. Okay? And, then you got the equatorial countercurrent. Okay? And then you got the South equatorial current, which will bring you from South America back to Asia. Okay? That'll bring you, and then you got the equatorial countercurrent that'll shoot you straight across. If you want to come straight across, all you have to do is go, which is in the middle. Okay? And so you can see, you can go to any one of these areas once you learn this. Okay? So it was nothing for the African. Once you understand and see, you can even look up there in Japan at the top where it say it's really Kushiro. They ain't want to spell it all the way out. It's Kushiro. And they didn't took the S out of there. It's Kushiro. That's Japan. You see what I'm saying? To show you that the Kushites was even in Japan. And I'm going to show y'all, in some upcoming video of the little toit that the Ainu people talk about. A lot of people talk about the Ainu are the old. They was there before the motherfucking Ainu. Fuck the Ainu. in Japan. People talk about the Ainu people is the oldest people in Japan. The Ainu people talk about the Twa people. God damn it, that was there. You know, and they try to mystify them just like they do the leprechaun. They talk about these little peoples that was over there so short that they can walk up under the tree, you know, the little short trees over there. You understand? But they talking about the Twa, okay? Now, this is the Phoenician trade routes, okay, to show you that, you know, they were selling around the whole, this is Phoenicia, or what you call the Carthaginians, which is the North Africans. And you can see that they had already was selling all the way around Africa, okay? If you look to the right, it shows you that they was, so there was no, and you can see that they was landed in Ghana, going all the way to South Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Coming around and quite, you know, without doubt, when you look at how they was coming, there's no doubt they was getting off into these currents. There's no doubt about it. Okay, they was going all over the world long before the European even crawled out the cave. We got to deal with that. If you look at the top, you can see they was coming through what they call today the Straits of Gibraltar, going up into the islands of what you call Britain and all of that. Already there. Trading with the, because the Twa was up there. That's who they call the leprechauns and shit, this, that, and that's the Twa. Okay, we talking about the world before the European got there. Okay, now let me come on through here. Now, we talking about the Inca. See, we don't talk about the Incan as much. You understand what I'm saying? Because they want to leave that out. They want to leave that out. So you see right here, this is the Incan Empire. Okay, so it started at the top. If you can see the darker area, that's where it started, right around Machu Picchu. Okay, and then you see the darker orange area, it began to spread out until they come. Now, as you can see, this is 1230 AD. You know what I'm saying? And it reached this height. It reached this height around 1500. Okay, so you goddamn know them peoples was living in goddamn little huts. They had nothing to do with the megalithic structures that I'm about to show y'all. So these are some of the different areas of centers of major power in the Incan Empire with the blue dot. You see Lake Titicaca. You understand what I'm saying? You see Chavin. You understand what I'm saying? These is areas where I seen, you know, where the megalithic structures was located. Okay, now let's jump right on off into it. Now let me show you the heads of these people, okay, in Bolivia. I'm gonna show you the head. I'm gonna jump right into it. Now, anybody that look at the ones at the top, you automatically see they got on the Olmec hat. That's it. That's evident. Even the lips. I'm gonna show you the lips. You see what I'm saying? The Olmec sailed around the whole of North and South America. Okay, now, wait a minute, hold up. This is the one in Mexico. You can see the lips. This is the one that's supposed to be at the largest pyramid in the Americas, the one to the right. So if you look at the lips, you can see that this is the O. And so I didn't hear that shit. You understand? They keep talking about some goddamn, you know, but they don't bring up the fact that they had on Olmec hats. Okay, so we ain't just talking about no goddamn Olmecs was in no damn Mexico. You understand? That's the goddamn lie. Okay, they was not only in Mexico, they was also on the eastern coast of the Americas, which means they was on the west coast of South America. So they lie when they talk about the Olmec. The Olmec was in control of North and South America. Okay, and they was, and the crazy part about it, and when we bring this down here, it show you, wait a minute, it show you that this is the east. You can see coming from Australia and New Zealand and Japan and India going east that, you know, our peoples came from the west coast of Africa and they came from the east coast. They sailed all the way east till they got to what today is called Peru, what is called Chile. And these are the founders or what they want to call the Inca Empire, even though them goddamn stones was there goddamn thousands of years before the Inca even came on the land. That's a goddamn shame that people keep lying. Let me show y'all this shit. Tired of this shit. I'm tired of that. People, and people need to start doing some research on self, goddamn it. Because we can't keep letting these people talk us about our goddamn history. Now, this is something that you can see. Now look at this. This is an Incan goddamn crown, and you can easily see that that's the crown of almond. You can look right there at the crown of almond with the two plumes. This is supposedly an Incan goddamn crown, okay? Look at that for what it is. Is that a coincidence? No, because we about to back it up. This is, and looking at this, the level, the megalithic stones that they put together, and the shape. Now, the one on the left is Egyptian. Then the one on the right is Olmec. Fuck, I'm not going to say no Incan. I'm going to just say Olmec Incan. So you know it's on the east coast of South America. Now, this is an Egyptian mastodon. Okay, you're looking at an Egyptian mastodon. Now, this Incan, this Olmec Incan, this is in Peru. Okay, this is in Peru. And you come right on over here and look at the Egyptian mastodon and come over here. This is a Peru mastodon. Okay, now you can look at the stone. Look at the stone and look at the Egyptian style doorway and window. When you see how that window is slightly skinnier at the top than it is at the bottom. That's very unique, and you only see that in Egypt. But the level and size of the stones and the cuts of the stones is damn near the same as in ancient Egypt. Now, when you go, this is the Valley Temple of Khafra. These are the largest stones that ever been moved and, constructed on the planet. There is no stones larger than this, okay? Some of them got that. Now, if you look to the left, that's in Peru. That's in Peru. And you look right in at the right, those are the stones in ancient Egypt. So you see they, even though some of them stones ain't, geometrically even, I mean, they could put a stone in there any kind of goddamn way they wanted to. You understand what I'm saying? And that style was, and look at this. Look at that. This motherfucker got braids. This is in goddamn Bolivia. This motherfucker got braids, y'all. I bet y'all they didn't show y'all that. This motherfucker got braids. I want to bring that up. I want y'all to see this. This motherfucker got braids. I'm working out, y'all. So when we do this research, we know exactly what I put it in your face. If I'm lying, please, somebody tell me I'm a motherfucking liar. Look at that. What motherfucking Mexican got 9 braids in the back of his motherfucking head like that? The motherfucker got braids. Okay? That's factual. Let me keep it moving. So you're looking at these stones. Now look at this. This right here is also in Bolivia. Now I've been to Ethiopia. Now when you see that stone, you see how how they cut in that one. It look like they cut the same symbol in 3 times. Just go in deeper a little bit. Go in. You see the one in the middle, just a little bit deeper, just a little bit smaller. You understand? You look at the one at the top. You got the one on the outside. Then they go in just a little bit deeper, just a little bit smaller. And then you see the one in the middle. You go a little bit deeper, just a little bit smaller. Man, listen, nigga, that's Oxumite goddamn architecture. There ain't no goddamn doubt about it. That's Oxumite architecture in goddamn Chile, Bolivia, Peru. Ain't no goddamn, when I've been there, I saw, and when I saw it for myself, I say, God damn, it wasn't that nobody told me shit. Soon as I saw it, I say, God damn, that looked like oxamite. You know what I'm saying? That looked like oxamite, you know, architecture. Even when you look at the door, you see how you got the outer part of the door, and then he cut it in just a little bit deeper. And then you go in the third time just a little bit deeper. Now you look at this cross. This is in one of the churches of Lalabella. Look at that cross in the middle. Okay, when you go to Peru, they got that same fucking cross. You see how they cut? They cut one level, then they go in just a little bit deep each time. They make it a little bit smaller, and they cut to give it like an effect. You know what I'm saying? A three-dimensional effect. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at that one, wait a minute, I'm gonna show you something. Look at the top of the goddamn Lalabella. You understand what I'm saying? You see the different levels, that how they carve one, then they go in a little deeper, they carve another one, then they go in a little deeper, and they carve another. Man, that's oxamite. Ain't no motherfucking doubt about it. You understand? Here again, same goddamn cross. It looked like the same fucking imprint. Look at that shit. It looked like it was a goddamn the same fucking imprint. One is in goddamn Peru, one is in Ethiopia. I don't need nobody to tell me. I see the shit for myself. Okay, again, so you see the tri-dimensional level. You got the outer, then you go in one more, and you go in another. So you got three levels, and you go in even on the oxamite door. You understand what I'm saying? That's oxamite architecture. Okay, I got to see, here go the, this is a doorway. Okay, and when you go and you're looking at oxamite architecture, that's exactly what it is. Okay, now you're looking at the stones again in Peru, and then you look at the stones and even in the corner, you see, even in the corner, you can see that that's the same architectural style and know-how. It ain't no goddamn doubt about it. Let me keep it moving. The Olmec sailed around the whole of North and South America. Okay, clearly the Olmec reach and influence went deep south, deep into South America. And so even to bring up, even though this one to the right was this is the greatest of the architects, but you can see from the one at, what's that? Kaloya, I think it's called Kakoyula or whatever, pyramid, the one to the right, you can see the lips is the same as the one in Peru, in Bolivia. It's no goddamn doubt. That's an Olmec. So they lying like a motherfucker when they say the Olmecs was just in Mexico. Okay, ain't no goddamn Indian had nothing to do with none of that megalithic structure. Okay, let me come out here. Let me show y'all the doorway. Look at this. Matter of fact, here you go. Look at, even got a swastika. Look at that. Look at that. The one in the left is in Peru, and the one to the right is and y'all seen me when I was in Ethiopia. See, when you've been there for yourself, you understand what I'm saying? You know exactly. I've been to Mexico, I've been to Ethiopia. I have not been to Inca, to Peru, but I know what I've been to the heartland of the Olmec, and I seen exactly their styles. So when they showed that picture of the Olmec, I'm like, damn, why don't they say that's Olmec? You can clearly look at the goddamn helmet on the damn face and see even the lips. That's Olmec. You see what I'm saying? And this is in Peru. This is in Peru. You see the sun deity holding the two serpents. You see the sun deity holding the two serpents. Okay? Now, you looking at this, you see the pre-Inca, you see how it's shorter at the top, wider at the bottom. You see, which is clearly Egyptian. Okay? It's clearly Egyptian. I got some colder ones, like right here. You see where I put them in there. Wait a minute, hold up. Right here. See that? You see that? That, you know, that's Egypt. You understand? It's no fucking doubt. When you say it's Oxumite and Egyptian architectural styles in the Americas. Okay? It's no damn doubt. To the right, you see the Egyptian. To the left, you see the Olmec Inca influence. Now, this is at the pyramid of that's Minka rock, because you can see they got that hole blue in the fucking side of the pyramid. That's the pyramid of Minka rock. So you see the ones at the bottom, and then you're gonna see the ones at the top. Wait a minute. Here you go. Let me take that out of there. I don't want that in there. Bring that over. So you see the pyramid of Minka rock, and then you come over here and goddamn Olmec Inca in Peru, Bolivia, and Chile. And you look at the bottom and you look at the top, and you can automatically see, of course, they're not going to be on the level of the Egyptians, but whoever put these goddamn stones together wasn't playing no motherfucking game. They wasn't no beginners at all. They wasn't no beginners at all. Okay? Again, so you can look at the Egyptian, even though the stone ain't perfectly geometrically square, or it's like you got some cuts on the slant. You understand what I'm saying? You can see the same architectural style in Egypt, in Oxum, in goddamn Peru, Chile, and Bolivia. Okay? This is in Bolivia, Chile. This is in Egypt. Okay? Showing you the same architectural style. Hold on. Now, where's that one that got the dents in it? God damn it. I'm going to tighten that up, and I'm going to get it back to you. I'm going to tighten that. Wait a minute. Is this it? No, that ain't it. 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 But just, you know, to show y'all, even before, like right here, you see Myanmar, okay, Myanmar, okay, let me show y'all that. Myanmar, okay, was right above Thailand, okay? You see right there, they also got the pyramid. They got more goddamn pyramids, and I'm gonna just show y'all a little bit of this to show you that the pyramid is the main spiritual center, the main spiritual sanctuary in the southern hemisphere. It ain't even no. So wherever you see the pyramid, I can just went from West Africa, not just India, because Myanmar, which was earlier Burma, got more goddamn pyramid because they destroyed a lot of the pyramids in India. They destroyed a lot of them because they had just as many as Myanmar. Okay, so you looking out here, look at this, and I'm gonna go into this on a deeper level. I want to take my time with Myanmar. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back to that. But just to show family on the way to South America, to show y'all, you know, and I'm gonna show you this one, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Champa. Okay, when I told y'all about Champa. Now this is in Burma. Okay, this is in Burma. Okay, but this is in Champa, which is Vietnam. Okay, to show y'all the pyramids of Vietnam, the pyramids of Myanmar. Okay, look at that. Look at them goddamn pyramids out there. You know what I'm saying? Look at them pyramids. That's African. See, y'all ain't looking at the Buddha with the woolly hair that was there before any of them got there. You know, it's a mixed breed population in there now. You understand what I'm saying? But the evidence is from West Africa, all the way across to East Africa, all the way across West and East Asia. See, West Asia been taken over by the Arab, And because they so fucking savage and destructive, they done destroyed a lot of the evidence of the Africans. But then when you come, see, they try to destroy you would see nothing but tens of thousands of fucking pyramids across Africa, all across Asia. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna end with it because this is in Indonesia. Now let me bring my map down so y'all can see what we just talked about. So you see Champa is Vietnam, Cambodia, and then you see Myanmar, okay, which was earlier Burma. And if you look at that island right underneath Myanmar, next to Thailand, that's Andaman. That's the Andaman Islands where the Africans, and they was there 70,000. So if they was on that goddamn island at 70,000 goddamn years, you know they've been on the goddamn mainland of India and Sri Lanka even earlier, earlier than that. Shit, they probably 100,000 years the Africans had already reached India. If they own the goddamn Adam, and how the hell did they get to the middle of that goddamn island? They was on goddamn boats 100,000 years ago. Quit acting, y'all got to wake the fuck up. We had already transversed these oceans hundreds of thousands of years ago. So Myanmar, which was Burma, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, not Champa, that's Vietnam. That's the southern part of Vietnam. And this is Myanmar. You see, that's, right above Thailand. Okay, and they got a lot. So you see the Philippines and a lot of them brothers that went over there in the Vietnam War, they took pictures. My uncle, who was in that war, he took a lot of pictures of them early, Philippine, man. They got them Africans, man. Get the fuck out of here. Them Africans in the Philippine island. So this is Indonesia, and Indonesia is right below the Philippines. You see what I'm saying? They ain't showing enough of it. I wish I had a map because I really want to show. Matter of fact, I do it. I just want to see the actual, let me see. Let me see. I'll just bring this one down. I don't know why I keep doing that. Keep going to that goddamn outline shit. I ain't got time for that. I'm about to wrap it up, family. Y'all just stay with me. You know what I'm saying? Stay with me. Let's put this hardcore. And this is also Champa. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna deal with Myanmar and Champa. You know what I'm saying? So I could give it the full representation that it needs. So this is right here is in Vietnam. You see what I'm saying? This right here, and you see right there, the Mons. You see they got woolly hair. That's at 800 AD. You see what I'm saying? That's 800 AD, and you see he got woolly hair on his head. Okay? So you see Indonesia, and that's not a good representation. You understand what I'm saying? But here we see they also got the pyramid. You see that the two Twa, that's right, as the gatekeepers, you see the woolly hair on their head. You see they got woolly hair. That's key. I want y'all to, this is in Indonesia. Okay, this is Candy Suwu. Okay, you see the pyramid now, which is very much like the pyramids in South America. It's very much like the pyramids in South America, okay, and India combined. And you see right here, look at that. You see an afro, an African with an afro on the goddamn elephant. Matter of fact, the brother behind him got an afro. Now, if you cannot look at that and see it for what it is, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, and I'm the only person I ever seen show this. It's a whole lot of cold shit I done showed the world that most motherfuckers don't get a job. Nigga, remember who showed you this shit. Okay, remember who showed you the motherfucking Olmec head in Inca. Remember that. Yeah, it was a couple of niggas that, but the Oxumite shit, they ain't showing the fucking whole facts of not only the Egyptians, but the Oxumites. It was Africans have been coming across this goddamn water for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years before the European even came on the scene, or the Asian. Okay? Look at that. That's how you end some shit right there. That's how you end some shit right there. Showing you when Seti say the Nagas is up, that's who he is. Ain't no motherfucking ifs, ands, or buts about it. So y'all can rewind this. Y'all can rewind this. Y'all can rewind this. Y'all could go to, just look up, y'all look up West African mosques. You can look up Sudanese Sahelian architecture and all the, you know what I'm saying? Collect it. When you do that, also get a map of anything you ever do. Get a map and put it right aside it so you can point exactly where it's at, and you get a date. You get a goddamn date of when it was constructed, this, that, and make your correlations. You understand what I'm saying? With African peoples all around the world. Do this, man. Start this shit today so you can hand this shit down. Always come back, rewind it, watch it, go over it, make your own notes. You understand? Get your understanding. Don't just get wisdom, get understanding. Understanding when you start to write it down, start putting your own collection together for your babies and whatnot. Make the correlation. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you get understanding. You understand? I don't want you to just come up. I want you to write that shit. I want you to take it to the world. Tell them about the general. Say, my general dropped this science on me. Always give credit. I hope y'all didn't subscribe to the general. Hope you didn't hit notifications on both my pages. And I know you're loving my shit. So if you don't, I know you're liking every motherfucking video. Spread the word. The general is back. We running niggas clean off of goddamn YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just in the first couple of motherfucking months, the general back on the scene. Nigga, in a year's time, I'm running all these niggas clean off the internet. If they ain't lit, watch what's gonna happen. And you can come back to this motherfucker. Niggas is gonna have to find something to say about the shit I'm talking about to exist on the internet. I guarantee you. I guarantee. They're gonna have to come behind my videos and latch on just to exist on this motherfucking internet. Guarantee you. Watch. If I'm lying, I'm goddamn flying. Nigga, believe it. That's the only way, because nigga, we just warming up. Nigga, the general just warming up. Nigga, at the end, we gonna be gods and goddesses on this motherfucker. We gonna be the shit we gonna be talking, and we ain't gonna give a fuck about nothing else that's being discussed, because we gonna be growing and growing and growing, and we're gonna be growing economically, spiritually, the wholesome, the whole, social living of African people. We're gonna be prospering. You understand? We're starting with the spirit and the mind first, and then it's going to expand to the physical being. We're going to start going across this water, representing the BPC, going to wherever our peoples is at, pulling this information up, and we're going to be teaching their ass about the African cultural continuity all across the globe. All right, family, this is the general. I'm about to get on up out of here. Give me some goddamn rest. I'm going to be back black tomorrow with some more information. You understand what I'm saying? Again, and spread it to the family. I love you. This is the General Sarah Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power. Give me in my goddamn grave. Did I get my fire in there? Where my goddamn fire? You ain't missed nothing. All you have to do is watch it again. That's right, family. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Black Pop.